Hello everyone, I am Akshat Kumar Verma from the team Lifetime Error. My teammate consists of four members, me, Mayure, Teshwadip Jha and Govind Singh. So as we all know that there is a database of stolen vehicles in the Vahan portal maintained by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India. So the traditional method of Naka is quite slow because the constable has to manually take all the inputs mostly in pen paper mode and then get it checked from the police station. So our application helps to reduce the time for identification of stolen vehicles by allowing the constable to check the details of suspicious vehicle in mobile at real time. So the constable can either enter the details of the vehicle manually, or he could take the picture of the number plate or engine number or chassis number, and the automatic number plate recognition method, the ANPR, integrated with the application recognizes the number plate from the clicked photo, which makes the whole process simpler and faster. After that, the searching can be done just by a single click on the button. And the image recognition part takes around 800 to 900 milliseconds, and the database querying part take around 200 to 400 milliseconds. So now we have also added the feature of login and sign up to enable logging. The log feature would store the logs of the activities of all the users. So now the log contains the exact location, date and time, and the credentials which were used, which was searched by the constable, which would help police force to further identify if a vehicle passed through any Naka, which can then be used to track the vehicle, which might not have been reported stolen while passing through the Naka and have passed undetected. So let's say a vehicle was passing through the Naka that was not reported stolen currently, and it was reported stolen after it has passed through the Naka. So after it has been reported stolen, we could just sift through the database and know that the vehicle has passed through this many Nakas. So now let us jump into the actual Android application, which was actually it is actually Android native application built using Kotlin and also using XML for layouts. It also uses Python for number plate recognition, which was integrated within the application using Checopy library. So this is the first screen of our application. It is basically a login screen, which will provide two methods of logging in. One would be the email ID and password, and the second one being the Google Sign-in client. So as you can see in the first screen, we could either enter the email password directly and log in, or either we could just sign up using our name, email, and password. And the second method is actually by using the Google Sign-in client. So currently, I'll just log in using the Google Sign-in client. So I will just click on this icon that it is of Google. So now it will show me all the email IDs that were used previously or are actually logged in into this device. So I will just use this particular email ID for logging in. So now, as soon as I log in, I will be asked permission for the location. So now, why I'll be taking the location of the Android device so as to mention it in the log. So whenever a constable will search for a vehicle, it will be mentioned in the log that it was actually searched from this location. So currently, we could either give the precise location or the approximate location. So I think the precise location will work for now. So I will just give the permission for the precise location. So now I will be give in the home, that is the dashboard of the application. So now I could search for the vehicle by using three details. I could either enter the registration number, the chassis number, or the engine number. So now why are we actually using three details? So number plate alone cannot be used as a single source of truth because the number plate can be switched very easily. We just have to unscrew and screw the number plate, right? So let's say if a constable finds it even more suspicious, he could ask the owner to pop the trunk and actually note down the chassis number or the engine number and perform a query on that. So for now, I'll just let's say enter a number. It is one of my vehicles. So now I'll just enter one vehicle number, which is actually my vehicle only. So I will just click on search vehicle. So now it will tell me vehicle is not found in the database, and you could also see that the query was performed very swiftly, very fast. So now I will enter a number which has actually been entered as a stolen vehicle in our database manually. So I'll just search for that vehicle. So let's say I search for this vehicle using its registration number. It will tell me that the vehicle is stolen. So the another tab, as you can see it below, is the profile segment. So the user can actually go to the profile segment and see his profile, and then he could either log up, either sign out from here, or actually change his image. Changing his image will be further implemented in the application. So now I will just sign out from this application, and you can see it will be redirected to our home. Our app can do is actually instead of writing the registration number manually, we could just click on this camera icon, which will open up the camera. I'll just show you this. Which will open up the camera, and now I'll just open up a vehicle image. And now let's say I scan this vehicle. So I'll just click a photo of this vehicle, click on this tick, and now the algorithm will actually recognize the number plate. So currently none of the algorithm is completely perfect, and as you can see, it might show some mistakes. So we can just edit out this and just search the vehicle more easily. So now if I click on search the vehicle not found in database. So this was all of the application part. Now let's say I could show you the database thing. So now we have assumed the database to be completely NoSQL database. So as you can see, there will be a database of the stolen vehicles. So this is the vehicle that I searched for showing you, right? And this is will be the database for the users. So I will just show you some logs. So let's say Tejas logged all these things from his application. So now I will have the details that he searched for this particular registration number, from this latitude and this longitude, and at this date and time. So as you can see, whenever the logs will come, they will keep on logging in this array. It also has other details like email, name, photo URL, and the UID. Photo URL is used for logging in or actually putting in the image in the profile section. So yeah, that was it from our side, from our application. I hope you like our application. Thank you.